Well, I'm out on East Lin, and it's my second trip to be here. I'm excited to be here. I am looking forward to getting back on the lake. Last time when I left the boat ramp, I went to the right, which goes down toward the dam. So this time I'm going to go toward the dam, but I'm going to troll. I'm going to go down to that tree where I had those three bass chase after that one wacky worm. And after I get there, I'm going to cut across. I'm going to fish the other bank, and I'm going to fish it back toward the campground, because I fished all the way down to the dam and back. So I want to see the other part of the lake, at least as much as I can, in about 6 or 7 hours of fishing. So I'm excited to be here, and look forward to getting out on East Lin again. It looks beautiful. It's very uncrowded, which I love. I'm hoping to catch some fish today, so come on with me and let's see what we catch. See how the trolling mode works here. I think I'm up one too high. That's probably better. All right. Okay. Sheesh. It's always a process to get on the water, but I'm out. The water is, God, it's over 80 degrees, 82 degrees. So it's already summer mode, but you know, it is what it is. Fish still eat, and I'm gonna try and find some. So let's see what happens. 5 boats on the lake, and the one spot I want to go fish first has a boat sitting right next to it. I'm like, come on, man. Oh well, I did get to fish that tree, but no bites. So I am on the opposite bank now, and I'm going to just keep on going down this bank, keeping in the shade as much as I can. It is the opposite of frickin' freezing, is what I'm going to say. It is bakey hot. So I am definitely going to get a suntan today. All right, let's see what happens on this bank. I haven't fished this one yet, so I'm looking forward to it. With the red bug wacky worm, so that's what I had used here last time, but I've got many different kinds to try if this one doesn't produce. All right, let's see what happens. I do believe we have our first fish. Oh man. He's still on there? Wow. They take it right into the bushes, that's for sure. There's definitely a bite. Well, caught the first tree bass, but that's not quite getting the skunk off the boat. He took me right in there and looped me around. Alright, well, here, you know what that tells me though. They'll bite the wacky worm. Good deal. That's the bluegill. Or not. No, that's a bass. Heck yeah. A nice bass. Here's what I'm going to say. I have caught quality bass here. Every bass I've caught has been a nice bass. He's coming on this side, so let's get this camera on. That's a dang. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. He is a little bit misshapen, but man, he is stocky. I don't know what the main feed is here. Maybe somebody that when I finally get these videos out can tell me what they feed on here at East Lin. But whatever it is satisfying, that is for sure. Let's see what we got here. Well, even with a humpback, he is 12 1/4 inches. So that would be my first kayak qualified bass. Hooked right in the top of the mouth. Let's get that out of there. And let's get him back. You know, when you're fishing new lakes like this, you know, it's the second time I ever fished here. You really don't know what the bite's going to be, and you don't know what's going to happen I'll get that out of there for you, buddy. But that's a beautiful way to start the day. Thank you, bub. All right, there you go. 2 thumbs up, man. That's awesome. All right, keep on working down the bank. I've only been here fishing solid for maybe 30 minutes, so no complaints. And that bite was almost immediate. And that's the whole thing again. I know I keep saying it like a broken record, but with the wacky worm, if there's a bass around, typically, when that thing hits the water within just a few seconds, now not always, but typically, you're going to see your line start moving off because they hit it quick. Now, I have had them where I've worked it a couple times, but for the most part, if there's a bass there, you've caught a fish. Well, heck, they've come back. I don't know. Yeah, that's a rock bass. All right, dang it. Threw too close to the shore, and that's the problem when you throw too close. A lot of times you'll get a green sunfish, rock bass, whatever you want to call them. They'll come in and they'll hit that worm and take off running with it. And they're strong little dudes, so put on a new one. Lucky for me, I got on Amazon and found this red bug, and I got 4 more packs of them, so I can lose a few and I'll be all right. And they were actually a little bit cheaper than ollies. They were $2.79 for a pack, and I got an ollies for $2.99 a pack. So yeah, I'd rather support a local type business, although ollies is, you know, not really local, but there's local jobs involved. But they don't always have them, so sometimes you've got to go to the mega Amazon, but they have them on there for $2.79 for a pack. God, he was just running everywhere with that thing. Well, that's my first small bass, and there's been a ton of bass swimming through here, small ones, so they definitely had a spawn. Now this is obviously not a yearling or anything, but you know what? It's fish, and I catch these all day long at Grayson and Yatesville for that matter. But I've caught definitely better bass here overall. So there's another one in the boat. Thank you, buddy. We'll let you go. Pachoon. Oh, what the heck am I doing? I don't know. See you, dude. That's a fish. That's a fish. Oh yeah. Stop. Nothing huge. Let's see, is that a... No, it's a largemouth. That's the kind I've been catching most of this year, but for this lake, I think that looks like a more mature bass. So he's been hooked before. But, all right, buddy, you didn't learn, but thank you very much. Ka-chonk. There he goes. Well, another fish in the boat. That's not a bad thing. One thing I noticed over there is that those bass were, you know, out away from the bank, swimming in probably 12 feet of water, but they were kind of suspended through there. So I've kind of pulled off the bank a little bit, and I'm throwing a little bit more out from the bank. just to see if maybe I can catch them as they're traveling along the ledges there. It's another benefit of kayak fishing. Number one, you're very low to the water. And there's a tree that's coming down with this branch hanging out, and I'm able to get up pretty close to that, and I can just drop my worm right in there. There's a little gap between that limb and the tree. I'm able to sneak my kayak right up in there and kind of drop it in there. It's very nice. Just another reason to think about a kayak when you want to fish. Oh, good gracious. Not much to him. He swam right along with me as I was reeling. Isn't that crazy? Yep, he's just a little feller. Let me get him off here. Just a regular largemouth. And I have to do some work on him, but he swam right along with it as I was reeling it in. It's kind of crazy. All right, let me get him off here. These banks are kind of opening up a little bit, so I brought my Ultralight with 4-pound test on it. So I'm going to throw just a little 2.5-inch kayak. This is the shad version. It's got some fleck in it and kind of a smoky color. But I'm thinking, you know, I can get down this bank a little bit. Not perfect for wacky worms, so why not throw an Ultralight? The water is very clear, so I figured 4-pound test line might be a good choice. So let's see if they'll bite one of these. Well, it hit the water and something hit it. Something small, obviously. I'm gonna guess bluegill or or a green sunfish. Yeah, he took the tail off of it. Well, oh shoot. Lord. Oh, well, that's what I figured I would do. Yep, there's a little feller. Hooked right in the bottom of his mouth. That's a little spot. He's got a rough spot on his tongue again. So pretty little fish. Look how pretty they are. All right, buddy, thank you. Choo, there he goes. I kind of figured that small kayak would get some small bites, but you know what? It's been kind of boring for a little while, so time to at least catch some fish. Yep, I figured that would happen too. Little green sunfish. Got right up against the bank. And I knew that was going to happen. Good luck, dude. This is like I've walked into an air-conditioned building. It is awesome. It's a little hidden cove, completely in shade. There's a little stream. Well, it's a rainwater stream that cuts into the back of it, but it's solid rock. And it is, God, it's 15 degrees cooler back here. Or it feels like it anyway. It's awesome. This is a place to chill for a few minutes, get out of the sun. It's not super deep here. That's the one problem, I guess. I mean, it's 4 or 5 foot deep. I can see the bottom. And, well, thought it was promising. But if you've ever been out and about on a hot day and have been fortunate enough to find a cave, this feels like going into the mouth of a cave on a hot day. I mean a deep cave. Because it feels like there's air conditioning blowing around me, and it is awesome. And of course I chose to speak just as a freaking boat goes by, so hopefully you can hear me. Well, good Lord. Nothing huge, but whew. Oh. I'm about ready to get spike. All right, dude, chill out, man. Nothing huge, but he's something. All right, man. Thank you, bud. Pew. Well, it's not been like last week or 2 weeks ago, but it's still been some bass. Oh, good heavens. He ran up the bank. I don't know, I even had a bite. Again, not one of the big boys, but still a fun bass to catch. Alright, sorry dude. I need to get my forceps. That's why you always want to have forceps. These hooks get in some weird angles. Sort of breaking their mouth all apart. With forceps you can get in there. You can see how that's hooked. It's hooked kind of funny, but I can take my forceps. Well, if you hold still. And I can take my forceps and just kind of pull it. Well, pull it. Oh, shit. There we go. Got it right out. So, sort of. Nothing big, but a little bass. Thank you, bud. Well, got a shower, which really didn't feel bad, to be honest with you. Yuck. I'll drink the lake water, though. All right, well, there's another bass. Not the big ones, or bigger ones today, but, you know, bass are bass. And I apparently made a mistake, and I thought I brought more of the red bug, but what I actually brought were finesse worms. I need to go, I think I've got some more in another compartment, but this is actually a Strike King shimmy stick, and it is cinnamon blue. And I really like it too. It's very similar to the red bug, only it's not translucent. It's more opaque, but it's got that same kind of watermelony and color with blue and purple fleck in it. So it's a nice looking bait too. So I wanted to give it a whirl. Thought, why not? And I caught a fish on it. So there you go. That's the classic bluegill bite. Real quick and then nothing. It goes, and then stops, and then they drop it, and that's it. Got a basically a wacky rig, but it's Texas style, and I'm using a more of a creature bait as opposed to a stick worm. So I have no idea what it's going to do, but it is weightless. So I thought, well, let's see if anything bites it. It's, you know, just curious. I've been throwing the wacky worm literally all day, except for a little bit of the kayak, and I've trolled a bit too. So thought I would just give this a whirl and see what happens. It's a yum, I forget what kind of bait it is, yum craw or something. It looks buggy, and I thought, you know, maybe like a helgramite or something. We'll see. See if anything takes it. If not, I'll go back to wacky worm. I'll fish just a little bit more right in here, then I'll go back to the wacky worm. That wacky worm definitely sinks differently than what I like to call a creature bait. They do sink, but just not like the wacky worm. That was a weird fight. He just came up and kind of just skied along with me. That's a little better one. That's a little better. Still just about probably 10 and a half inches, but a bass, and I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Whew, got another one. Oh, tag on it. Got off. I saw him. Shoot. Nothing huge, but a fish. And they're hitting these strike kings just as well as they do the yum, so I guess it's maybe it just doesn't matter what the color is. I got that one. All right, well, they're not big this week, but I'm catching some, and that's really all I care about. There we go. Nothing huge, but it's fish. Thank you, buddy. Oh, about jumped back in the kayak. I don't think he wanted to come back in. All right, well, there's another one. All right, Texas rig. This is a chunky craw or chunk craw or something like that. I have to look up what it says on the thing, but it's Texas rigged. Got a weight on it, so let's see if I can work this down this point here. If anything's kind of hanging down toward the bottom. It goes from pretty shallow down to about 20 feet. Well, nothing on that point, so we'll just throw the wacky worm down this way until I got to go back to the car. solid fish right there. All right, stop. That's a solid fish. Hey, you just never know. There you go, bud. Nice. That's a solid fish right there. That's the best fish of the day. They hit light. Oh, that's a nice fish. Let's see real quick. I am gonna. Oh, shoot. That's a nice fish. That is the best one of the day for sure. All right, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna guess a solid 14. I don't know, it might be 15. All right, buddy. Let's see. Oh, gotta get his mouth closed. 13, well, 13 and a half. Beautiful. All right. It's amazing how big a 13-inch bass looks compared to a 10-inch bass, but let me get him unhooked here. No harm, no foul. What a beautiful bass. That is a nice bass. Thank you, buddy. There you go. Best one of the day. And there's a dude fishing here before me. That's why you just keep fishing. Man, he's up in the trees and everywhere. I just happened to see something pink shining down, or hanging down. And I thought, that's got to be a lure of some kind. And it was. Gee, Merry Christmas. There you go. Now, a nice little pink jig. I'll throw that somewhere, sometime. Cool. Nice little action on his tail. There you go. All right. They are still biting. Not huge, but encouraging. I like it. I snagged up, so I had to re-rig. So put on a little bit smaller of a wacky hook. All right, buddy. Thank you. Whoo! There he goes. Let's try and catch a bigger one. I got another. I don't know. I can fish another probably 30 minutes or longer. It's one thing I love about June. The days keep getting longer. Whew. I can almost guarantee if you get under that bush good enough. Oh, there's another one chasing him. It's bigger than that one was. Well, there you go. All right, buddy. There's one bigger than that chasing the worm too. So I'm gonna skip one back up under there again, see if he comes back around. I mean, he wasn't a whole lot bigger, but he was bigger. Thank you, buddy. Whew. All right. The bite's picking up. Of course, it's getting later in the day. I'm learning about this lake and where I need to go and where I don't need to go. So everything is a good thing. All right, let's try it again. There's another one. I'll tell you, if you can get up under those bushes, it's almost a guaranteed bite. Nothing big, but still a bass. And it's still fun. You just never know when the big boy's going to come around. And like I say, these are that Strike King, what was it? Strike King Cinnamon Blue shimmy stick. I like them. They're very dense. I mean, I like the Yum Dingers Red Bug, I guess, best, but these are doing great too. So either one's a good color. Looks very earthwormish like. Just lost one. Oh man, well, that's why you net him. Daggone it. He's bigger than I thought. Shoot. Well, the side over there was getting shallow, so I thought I'm going to run over to this side. This is the marina side. So next time I fish here, I'll come straight out of the marina and go left. Just learning the lake. That's all you can do, especially when you're fishing brand new lakes. This is the second time I've ever been here. And I'm not unhappy catching bass, so that's a good thing. Wrap this one up. It is 9:02. Oh my goodness. And I'm losing light fast. I'm on the marina side. I'm gonna fish on in just a little bit more. I had that one just get off that if I'd have netted him, you know, I'd have had him, but I just was trying to hurry. I don't like when I start losing light. I try to start hurrying along. But okay, so I guess trip 2 of East Lin Lake was a success. I caught a couple of kayak keeping bass and several other typical size bass for me. And I'm not going to complain about that. I will be back, and next time I go, the first time I went to the dam, the second time I went down that whatever that cove is toward the dam. So the next time I come, I will go strictly left and head out toward the campground to see what it's like there. Not sure exactly what the fishing is going to be. I'm snagged right now, which makes me super happy. So this may truly be the end, because if this thing breaks off, I am done. But great day, had a lot of fun, caught some fish, and I will be back out soon. So as I always say, find something you love to do and just go do it. It brings joy to your life and it makes your life better. I really appreciate you watching this. If you haven't subscribed, if you made it this far, please just go ahead and subscribe. I will have more videos of area lakes coming up, and some vacation footage coming up here in July. I can't wait to do that. So get out, do what you love to do. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.